8:34, I could do this interview for the rest of the day. And Kevin, you're invited back as frequently as you want to come.
Thank you.
At any point in time, and I'm going to stay on this story. I'm going to stay on every component of the story. I think the public needs the truth. And I will say this to you, and you've always been available as police chief, but you're here the next day or that day. You can call into the show, and we will move you to the front of the line. These are issues involving the public. But I want to read to the audience. I'm not going to reveal who sent it to me, but somebody I trust immensely. Person sent me a text a few moments ago, 8:34 a.m. It was 1 minute ago. Said, I've never met Kevin that I can recall, but please thank him on my behalf for his service and for showing Montgomery just what a public servant should look like. What has happened to him is nothing but politics at its absolute worst. What a shame for the city of Montgomery. And I will tell you, Kevin Murphy, this person has a tremendous sphere of influence. This person is somebody who believes in holding public officials accountable. This person is active and involved. And your political future may have changed on Monday. And I have felt that way ever since I watched you side by side the mayor, but that'll be for another day and another interview. And I can assure you, if you run for political office, get ready for my gauntlet.
You never cut me any slack when I was police chief, didn't want you to, and wouldn't expect any different, whomever the mayor would be.
And I said this to Kevin Murphy off there, had I had a DUI case, I would have expected him to do the same thing at the police department. I mean, we have jobs to do in our professions. William Boyd, you're on with Kevin Murphy. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Chief, you're a very strong man. You know, my condolences go out to you and your family, man. And you got to be extra strong to stand and come before interview after the tragedy. Mark, good trial presentation. I never supported the new public safety position from jump one because I always thought that it diluted the power of the police chief and the fire chief, especially when they were in the process of becoming black. But Mark, you did. Big stand, you supported that position.
I did, and I regret it.
Right. But the chief made mention that he called the public safety director one day about, and then he mentioned Barbara Thompson in the school board, and he asked the public safety director, is the mayor in a good mood to talk? And you did not have direct access to the mayor. You had to go through a liaison to get to your number one man.
Yes, I had to go through the director. The director was my direct supervisor.
Right, and
that's bizarre. And let me jump in here with you, William.
Right.
They set up the chain of command. Now, this is a city that has, I don't know, half a dozen major departments. A police chief, a fire chief, sanitation department, parks and recreations. He has a cabinet level of which you would have served in the cabinet. Or is that the public safety director?
The director of public safety is a cabinet member. I was asked to come to cabinet meetings.
But every communication, and William, a great point. This is why you guys are so important. You could call, the mayor would call you directly. He didn't run everything through Christopher, did he?
Sometimes. Yeah.
And it might become necessary for you to talk directly to the mayor.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. He was never the police chief. You know, that's the purpose of the public safety director. He was never the chief. I guess, in my opinion, he was a figurehead just like the fire marshal chief. They just figurehead.
Yeah, but who was here first? Let's ask that. Were you the police chief before Christopher Murphy came, or how did that come about?
No, I was the acting chief, appointed September 7th of 2010. Director Murphy was sworn in as Director of Public Safety for the city the following October 2010.
But he recommended your hiring.
Yes. I went through the process, applied, and went through the interview and application process, and then was appointed the 13th police chief in March. I think it was March 1st, 2011.
Okay, my last comment is, the election is coming up, and I just hope that Chief Brown has not been used as a scapegoat. I think they're using the media now to tap your leadership ability. They're trying to discredit you now, and I think the public safety director, and I think the chief admitted that he's a black man. I hope the mayor don't think that.
But hey, let me say this, William. I listened to the John Brown interview. He said nothing disparaging about this man in that interview. I want to be clear about that. Did he?
I know, but the mayor, they use him as a PR. They could be using him now.
Well, let me say this, and this is me again and talking. This is not
Right.
Kevin Murphy or William Boyd, although Will, you might agree. One of the things the mayor did the other day, because Kevin Murphy has great relations with the black community and the white community. He has, I mean, from the John Lewis situation, a great story of what I call the American story and how that came about with the Freedom Riders and Chief Murphy meeting later John Lewis, a congressman. And Chief Murphy has the respect on Fairview Avenue and in Wind Lakes. Let me say that to the public. But I thought what they did the other day, I'm going to say this, William, and you and I know, they kind of pointed to John Brown and Chief Cook and kind of said, see, we got some black guys over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it, John?
Absolutely. We're doing the black community now. We get rid of the white man.
Stand up over there, black guy. I mean, that's what it was like. And all I want is qualified people. John Brown and Ron Cook are capable regardless of what their skin color is.
Absolutely. And I hope, and I said it in closing, I'm gone. I heard there's a lot of rumors out there, and I do feel like that the chief want to say something. I think he want to say something about the mayor, and the mayor want to say something about the chief. And they can't say it. They can't reveal something that is there.
I'm going to come back to that.
Other than the leadership.
Yeah, I'm going to come back.
There's something out there. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. I'm going to come back to this because this is an underlying current in all this. Kevin Murphy stuck his neck out by just acknowledging to Congressman John Lewis, who was involved in the Freedom Riders, and he's a congressman in Georgia, for those of you who don't know, and it's somebody I want to meet in my life. There's just some of those things.
He's a great man.
And Chief kind of acknowledged the sins of the past of the city. Not you weren't personally involved. You weren't even born yet.
Correct.
And that had mixed reactions. Now, nationally, it was well received. I understood what you did and respected it. You've been recognized nationally about this. You didn't do it to grab attention, but something made you speak from the heart on behalf of our city. When we come back, I want to go to that issue because this seems to be some of the underlying issue here, and there's a perception among some in the city that because of this, I guess, recognition, too much attention was going to Kevin Murphy and not enough to others. Again, the lines are packed. We'll try to get to them. Don't forget, if you're making a beach vacation, where are you going to go? Come on, y'all help me finish it. Perdita Beach Resort. Don't do like me and miss the entire week that my wife enjoyed at the beach and my mother-in-law. Go to the beach when you get the opportunity and enjoy. I mean, I'm regretting it already. I'm going before the end of the summer. I'm going to get back down there and eat Miss Linda's omelets and go out on the beach and put my toes into 1 inch of the water and just enjoy a time. I might even have one of those, they call them virgins when you drink them like I do, a virgin Bloody Mary. That's nothing but an overpriced tomato juice, but I enjoyed it. It was spicy and it was good. Perdita Beach Resort, I want to go on a dolphin cruise. I don't care anything about going